you take Senna? That is a question. Oh, you just take none. And you just take the Singed instead as a first pick.
Yeah, you know,
Wow.
people are always like, you should ban out this, you should ban out that. It's always about trying to get one power pick up for the blue side. That's what you're trying to do for blue side. For red side, you're trying to leave up 2. Now we've left up like so many, and FPX just taking away the Z right off the top. You could just build Tinky here if you're RRQ.
But then FPX, I mean, FPX don't pick up the Senna, they don't pick up the Yumi. They're just leaving it completely open, and they're just like, okay, we're gonna prioritize it. And now Chaz is like, we're like flipping this around. It's a complete flip, and there's the Yumi again. I mean, I think Yumi and Singed is a really, really strong combo. I mean, FPX, again, the Corki pick for FPX, as I said, you know, still 100% pick rate for FPX in this tournament so far out of 6 games. And then Yedzy's like, okay, you know, Helios, I saw you play the Z. I'll show you how to play. I'll show you how to really play Z. And there's the Kha'Zix as well. So we go through a whole first pick phase without a Senna. That's incredible. That's crazy.
This is so interesting. Now we have Zed on the side of FPX. We have Kha'Zix. I was gonna say Chaz. He's basically Chaz is on the side of FPX right now.
All right, I guess a respect ban here. The Shen on the top side of the map.
And the Thresh as well on the side of RRQ, and none of that for Lei. I also wanted to point out the matchup between Exocen and Lei. These two have actually pro League of Legends backgrounds, both of them. So they are, a lot of FPX of course do as well, but you know, as the backbones of both of these teams, it's going to be so interesting to see how they're going to play this out in a game 2, especially now that RRQ, they're going to want a little bit of revenge. They are fighting for a lot. It is an elimination match, ladies and gentlemen, so there is a lot at stake.
So the scaling is here so far with FPX, with the Kha'Zix, with the Corki. You have the Assassin that's going to try to snowball that. Chaz is on something that is aggressive early. That is something that I did want for Chaz, but the Yumi, again, it's too strong for Exocen to not pick. And especially going through this big ban phase where Senna not banned. There it is. Yeah, Senna gets all the way to red side 4 here. What a draft.
That's a really interesting thing now. Is it Z top lane now? Or do you just play Senna Corki bot lane, you play Z mid? Because there's a situation where I feel like FPX's draft is a little bit all over the place now, because you have a Z, you have the jungler there obviously, you have the Z, you have the Corki, you also have the Senna. So I mean, it could be Z Baron lane for the side of Fado. Xayah for Marky. I'm pretty sure this is a very, very similar, if not the exact same draft that RRQ played in the group stage, and they took a game off of, I believe it was JDG. You know, it was Chaz with the early game aggression on the Lee Sin. It was Marky in the bot side on the Xayah with Exocen on the Yumi as well, and they were just prioritizing on trying to get Marky ahead on the Xayah. I can't remember exactly what team it was, but I know it was during the group stage, and I know this was one of the games that they took away as well, and then it's the Gragas. So it is actually going to be Z Baron lane, I feel like, for Fado.
What a skill matchup here early on. Pre-6, right? Pre-6 or pre-5 before Zed gets ult and then can start having a little bit more kill pressure. But before that, Devil J needs to do something here.
And I feel like, if I remember correctly, it was actually me and Rafa that were watching the WRL finals with FPX. And I feel like Fado actually played Zed Baron lane. I mean, Rafa can correct me on that if I'm wrong, maybe if it was actually JDG in the final of the WRL. But this is something that Fado has played before, if I remember correctly. You know, the Zed in the Baron lane.
Well, this is going to be a very interesting second game, so let's toss it over to our casters, Rafa and Regum.
Being flexed from FPX in the first round of the draft phase. RRQ, the only person that is somewhat squishy is going to be Marky on the Xayah, and even then, he has a tool that can evade assassinations in the Featherstorm.
Exactly. Feathers fly. Exactly that.
Bam.
Boom. And I want to talk about RQ's composition because just as the panelist has mentioned, this is not the first time we've seen this configuration of the Lee Sin, Xayah, Yumi. It is the combination, the very first time we saw this was Kwangdong Freaks back at play-ins. They played this twice in a row. And it was Featherstorm into the final chapter. It's so easy because you blanket them with AoE CC and you just prevent them from moving at all. And that is the key here for RRQ.
And
But
yeah.
the big difference is that RRQ used this so differently when they went up against J-Team. It was the Chaz and Exosen combo where Chaz would roam constantly throughout the map, find picks, he has the necessary damage, Exosen as well, necessary CC, and then look at FPX. Everybody's so squishy here. So this is primarily what RRQ intends to do. It's Chaz and Exosen for sure.
Yeah, Lei is arguably the only person that will be somewhat of a front line for this squad. But FunPlus Phoenix, after their Game 1 performance and victory, they're saying, you know what? We can go full-on carries in pretty much 4 of our lanes, and then we're just going to rely on Lei for engage. But RRQ looking to turn up the heat with the early dive. Right before 2 minutes here, Chaz trying to get this one off, and it is beautiful turret juggling from RRQ, netting first blood.
Yeah, really nicely done. The fact that they're able to burn flashes. Oh, well, Xiaoma and Lei still has his flash, but doesn't matter. First blood, really nice gank, and dive from Chaz at level 3.
It took 2 summoner spells from Exosin, a flash from Chaz, and I think a barrier from Marky as well, but they got it down.
Yeah!
RRQ able to strike first. Now FunPlus Phoenix. The question is, how can they still provide and play to empowering 0711 this game? Because now it is return to comfort for him. He's not on the Lee Sin. He's not required to be the early bridge. It is now FunPlus Phoenix who must now facilitate him so he can come online in the mid game.
And that's the thing, FPX doesn't necessarily require the first 4 minutes to have kills for 0711. We talked about how they get kills as well at big 5v5s, so Rift Herald is going to be extremely important for FPX to get him those early kills that they need. And meanwhile for RRQ, 5 minutes is a pretty good window for Chaz to take advantage. The fact that Devil J is on a champion once he's level 5, which he is right now, is a very safe champion. Activate Dominus if 0711 and Fado is going to go on the aggression, and then you're fine. None of these lanes are gankable early, by the way, when we look at RRQ. So much safety, so much tankiness. So FPX has no choice but to get kills in Rift Herald and Dragonflights.
And they are just hoping that RRQ are not going to be as proactive and aggressive, but Lei and Xiaoma actually get the Featherstorm out of Marky. He's looking for the feathers, but now he's down HP, and he realizes, oh no, this fight is no longer going the way that I wanted it to be.
It's really hard. You're up against Xiaoma and Lei, who has a lot of healing potential on their kit, so if you don't have the damage, which Xayah doesn't have at this point of the game, you don't have Storm Razor just yet, you can just poke them out. That's it. That's all you can do against this lane.
Marky's ultimate will be back up for the objective fights a minute and a half from now, but this lane for Lei and Xiaoma, despite the early dive, they have deflected any pressure from Marky and Exosin by themselves, and 0711 still biding his time, still on track, farming for the mid game.
And that is fine. RRQ, just as you said, is still right on track. What they have to do, though, is open up mid lane. And I feel like, again, Rift Herald will be extremely important because that's when Chaz can utilize and get a lot of value off of the Lee Sin, jump off of, pass through terrain, find 0711, and eliminate him with a combo.
Oh.
Is this a combo? This should be the combo.
Chaz was looking for the kick.
There it is.
Doesn't quite find the angle. It kicks 0711 to safety. Final chapter, and the rest of FunPlus Phoenix come in to punish. And they have sent RRQ back to the depths. FunPlus Phoenix, give them an inch. Give them a small window where they can punish, and they will take everything from you.
Fado was even there. He was legit there. It is not even the time to take Dragon or Rift Herald. The rotation from FPX, they always have the numbers advantage. They always one-up you in these moves. You think you can get 0711? Guess what? There are other members around. And the fact that Devil J only managed to get a couple of turret plates, Fado is still able to catch that wave, get a bunch of farm. FPX is truly strong. Let's take a look at this again. We're looking for the trigger. We couldn't see the final chapter executed rather, and 0711 was out of range because of that kick. And again, your primary target is the Kha'Zix, and they couldn't get him. Boom, FPX retaliates, and they're able to win that skirmish.
And note here that 0711 actually willing to give his life by going back in.
Yeah.
Just to ensure that they won up the trade. If he had left, if he doesn't go back in that fight, they walk away. It's 1-1. But FPX, they say, no, we can get 2 more kills here.
And that kind of decision-making, these micro decision-making rather, is absolutely scary because RRQ trying to catch them off guard, but guess what? They did the reverse, the turntables
Reverse
thing.
Uno, baby.
Yep. Rift Herald fight, though.
And look at this, FunPlus Phoenix, they burned down the dragon so fast that RRQ didn't even have a chance to set up for Rift Herald. They still have package, by the way. Yezi's going to be coming in soon. Fado already using the Death Mark, gets kicked out by Chaz, but it is still the Death Mark that takes him down. There's no more jungle, no more smite for RRQ. So as long as 0711 can get into the pit, he can take it away. But Devil J is well aware of that, takes him out, but it is still Lei that secures the Rift Herald and the objective for FunPlus Phoenix.
And the fight may not be over. Devil J and Exosen still has to escape. Look at this, the covert operation of escaping, retreating out of sight. Stealth mission, baby. Here we go. Devil J is able to find his escape route, not spotted at all. And this is mission accomplished by Devil J and Exosen.
Devil J's out of there.
That's very sneaky. FPX couldn't find them out of sight, out of mind, Rafa.
He was deep in enemy territory. That was
really was
super terrifying, but let's take a look once again at that fight.
It all started with RRQ wanting to trade, but because, as you said, FPX took this out immediately, Chaz was the primary target by Fado. No jungler, no problem. No one is there to secure that objective, and therefore big 4v5. One big thing, though, is Devil J. Activated Dominus, able to get off two people basically off of this fight, and it's the covert operation that we're talking about. Deep into the jungle. Fido tried to find him though, but couldn't.
Yeah, big things here for FunPlus Phoenix. The fact that they still secure the Rift Herald despite both junglers going down is huge. They are looking to take out this mid turret, and once again, they can snowball this into full control of the jungle quadrants of RRQ, and Devil J has stayed far too long. Stasis goes wide. He is spinning. The explosive cast might have catapulted him back out to safety. He gets out, but they are still on the hunt here, Riku.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought he could have gotten a double kill there. He was looking for it, and RRQ felt that. They could feel the bloodthirstiness that Fado had with their lethal HP bars.
Someone watching me. That was Devil J right there. He's like, hold up.
Good job, Rafa.
Where's the Zed? Final chapter being used, saying, please get off our turret. FunPlus Phoenix saying, no thanks. We'll still take the turret, and we'll get out.
And RRQ is unable to get these exchanges at all. FPX has been winning the map the entire time, and while topside is about to go down, they're gonna stick around, see if they can win this fight again. A root!
Root connects. FunPlus Phoenix don't pull the trigger quite yet. They're dancing. They're goading RRQ in.
We'll see, though. Oh my gosh!
Root connects once again. The damage is huge.
Teleport.
It forces Marky to burn the Featherstorm, and now they have to run. Teleport's coming in. Oh, Fado, and he knows. No Featherstorm. No way to protect yourself. Death Mark clips him out of the fight. Exosen jumps away to Chaz. Dragon's Rage catapulting the members of FunPlus Phoenix away. He's forced to flash out.
Ooh, that was horror.
Dude, did you see Exosen? He's stressed.
He is so stressed. That was sweaty. There's so many times where you'd think that the Death Mark, or rather Ignite, was about to tick and kill you. Chaz was still fine. And now RRQ has a lot of pressure to build all of these stasis assists. Fado is an incredibly scary threat right now on FPX. He's 3-0-0.
Look at Lee.
Yeah.
He's waiting. Devil J is going to come back around, and he's going to look to punish. They have numbers advantage here. Devil J is getting pincered here, but they find Chaz instead, and it's Exosen on top of him. He dashes away. And now he's looking for the re-engage here, but it's a 5-on-3 right now. The rest of the members of FunPlus has got to collapse on in. Devil J burning down on HP. He's got to leave. Fado going in with the Death Mark, looking for the Shadow Clones. Not enough damage to take him out yet, but finally they find the first mark onto Helios. He's gone. And now the rest of FunPlus Phoenix, they have the numbers advantage. Woo! Over the wall! Fado being able to clip him out with the Shadow Slashes, and the Shurikens taking him back to the fountain. This turret is going down, and the rest of RRQ will be sure to fall. Proto Belt into Body Slam for Lei. The stasis only delaying the inevitable. Fado is popping off on this ninja.
He is so massive right now. 5-0-0, and his positioning is so sneaky. You never know when he's coming. You never know where he's going to be coming from. Every single time, if RRQ, they have a lot of low health bars, Fado is there to finish off the kill. Let's take a look at that again. It's all because of Lei's sneaky cast that is able to propel Chaz in a very awkward spot. Again, Fado has eyes on the right targets every time. And if you're clumped up together like this, all the shurikens, all the slashes are gonna get you. If you're low health, that's when 0711 can finish these kills. And this is Fado, again, doing his own thing. with this 5-0-0, he's going to be the biggest problem RRQ has to face.
And they've already taken out the second Rift Herald of the game. RRQ nowhere near, not even in position, because they cannot muster the forces and the resources necessary to take on FunPlus Phoenix. In game 1, where RRQ were the ones proactive with the skirmishes, they managed to just tie FunPlus Phoenix in gold, but when it's FunPlus Phoenix forcing the fights, they find themselves ahead in gold, ahead of the play. The death mark into the package from Yezi cleans up Chaz. The rest of RRQ on the run. Fado looking for more, waiting in the bushes once again, and it's the pressure alone that seeds the dragon over to FunPlus Phoenix.
Fado has a basically red mark target on Chaz every single time. They know that all the playmaking tools will be invested purely on Chaz. You remove Chaz, you remove the playmaking potential of Exosen, and as well as the kick. Everything, dismantling what RRQ wants to do. And that is such a huge thing, and Fado keeps doing it, keeps finding him, and he executes it well.
And I have to say, FunPlus Phoenix are showing already a different side than what we saw in the group stage, because in their 4 games that they played, both against Flash Wolves, both against Omega Esports, they played the long game. They waited. And they said that, okay, you know what? The other team is either not doing anything or they are trying to push us early on. We're just going to maintain at least gold parity across the entire game until we get to late game. But the fact that FunPlus Phoenix have found themselves with the gold lead off of 1 or 2 plays, now FunPlus Phoenix are the ones on the aggression. They are the ones saying, okay, we're not going to let the pressure let up. We're the ones that are going to always be forcing RRQ into uncomfortable positions. Because when you are able to engage with double assassins, even against what supposedly is a bruiser comp, how can RRQ withstand that?
And this could be their potential play here. Look at Devil J leading into this death camp. Here we go. They don't get Fado. Really slippery. It's a ninja.
Got his flash.
Got his flash. Still has shadows.
Oh, he still has death mark. Looking to outplay this one. Fado doesn't have stasis quite yet. Clean kill and clean dive from RRQ, but it's at the cost of Devil J.
And towers near the base.
FunPlus Phoenix. It took 4 members from RRQ to take him out, and they say, all right, we're going to take the base instead.
Here we go. Tower's going to go down, though.
Final chapter, roots up 3. It doesn't matter. Rift Herald has already done its job. The exhaust prevents any further damage from Helios. FunPlus Phoenix get all that they wanted.
You know how it feels to fight against FPX? It's constant deadlines, Rafa. I feel like you have no room to take your time. If you want to make a decision, you have to commit 100%, zero hesitation, and finish it within 10 seconds. Or else this happens. You have a deadline. If you miss the deadline, your base is gone.
We're bringing real-world implications in here.
Over here.
This got really, this hit close to home, Riku.
I know, right, Rafa?
Do you want to talk?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
FunPlus Phoenix hitting hard like my midterm paper a few years ago. FunPlus Phoenix once again showing why they are not only one of the best teams in the world, but one of the tournament favorites here. As we said before, their mission was, after taking the #1 seed of the WRL, being the best team in China during the playoffs, their new mission was to be the best team in the world. And in the quarterfinals, it is 2 steps away from getting to the finals. And already RRQ in this second game, they're looking lost, Riku.
Yeah, this is looking to be a very difficult game, and every time RRQ is backs against the wall, they want to get these steals. We'll see if Chaz is able to do so, but without vision, you can't do nothing.
You have to throw yourself in there. You have to take a leap of faith. The Baron is stopped by RRQ. The package has been expended, and FunPlus Phoenix will now have to take time to reset and look for another play.
One big issue that RRQ will face is Fado. No one can face him at the moment in a 1v1 scenario. Is this a collapse? Look at Fado.
Fado is spotted on vision here. RRQ now look to turn right onto the assassin here. Death mark is used. Looking for damage back right on. Oh, he's going back and forth, and he's pulled them across. Devil J finally gets killing blow on Fado, but now they are turning onto the Baron. Chaz, can he get in range? 7,000 on the Baron. FPX know better to flip a 50-50. They turn right onto Marky. He's got no protection. Exosen comes in with the heals, but Yezi cleans it up, diving into the back line, just like the other assassins on the team. But it's RRQ. Have they found the punish? FPX RRQ.
Crazy stuff. Again, it is Fado being that big distraction at the bottom portion of the map. RRQ forced to invest 3 people, and he bought so much time because he kept switching from shadow to shadow. Fado
Back and forth, man.
back and forth, back and forth. And immediately FPX knows, okay, we know people are down there. Let's start the Baron. If RRQ starts this, we win anyways because of the numbers advantage. This is the big rinse and repeat. This is the deadline again that we keep talking about. Don't finish your target fast. You'll lose a lot against FPX.
No summoners available from the last skirmish. FunPlus Phoenix now 5 to 4 men on the Rift. Elder Dragon has spawned and it is being burned down.
Yeah, right now, look at Fado. He's joining the fight, not even using his teleport yet.
Watch Lei. He's ready to body check Chaz. He's going to prevent him from being entering into the pit. Fado is also there as insurance policy. Devil J get into the back line onto Xiaoma. Exosin is trying to deliver the damage with the final chapter, but it's still not enough. Already, Helios is gone. Devil J trying to follow up as well, but he has been routed off. FunPlus Phoenix have already taken out the supporting cast. One last 1v1 between Devil J and Yetzi. The GA has been popped, and FunPlus Phoenix stalling this one out as they're buying time to set up the waves as they take out Devil J for the Prime Gaming Ace.
And look at that, FPX is ignoring everything. No Elder Drake. Let's just head to the base and end this game.
FunPlus Phoenix once again find Marky. Featherstorm used, trying to buy as much time as he can, but the Death Mark takes him out once again. Teleport is there. FunPlus Phoenix on match point. 1 game away from advancing to the semifinals. Will take game 2.
FPX is such a strong team, and we keep talking about their big 5v5s, but they've shown how if someone gets ahead, whether it's 0-7-11, and in this case it's Fado, they just hammer down that lead and not let you breathe.
After game 1, RRQ
We're so good at identifying the window right then and there. Something instant, like the Gragas, like a set, like a Rakan. Give me something like that. Yuumi is not it. If someone else could play Yuumi on the team, that'd be great. But like, that's not how it works. I think you ban it away. It's a bait right now.
Yuumi Helios mid?
Maybe. Sure.
Don't give them ideas. or maybe do give them ideas. I'm not sure at this point. But yeah, 2 questions for you, Digon. First, like, do you think like they really do have to ditch the Yuumi? Second, do you think the split push is something that RRQ needs to leave behind?
Yes to both those things. 100% yes, right? Now it's time to just fight. Force them into fighting. FP